All right, everyone. We just lost 3-0 to Zagreb when we only needed one goal to get us through. And yeah, I don't really know what to say at this point because it's just. I would love to say that was a surprise, but it doesn't really surprise me, and that's the worrying thing because this is just like history repeating itself over and over and over again. I mean, where can we start? If you just want to start with the game, we can talk about that, and then we can go into the institutional issues at the club, I guess. But then we might end up talking for an hour. So I'll start off with the game. Slow out the blocks again. I think we turned up just expecting that we could just play at trotting pace and get through it. It was actually similar to the Arsenal game though, which just played at jogging pace. The lineup was, with Mora going out on the wing, lost a little bit of that nous in the middle, lost a little bit of zip and that kind of that quick feet that Mora has in the middle, and kind of we lost a lot of him going out wide. Kane was, for me, terrible again. Just not sharp at all. I mean, he had that chance at the end. I'm not even going to blame him for that chance. Even before that, I was saying he had a shocking game. Everyone had a shocking game. Everyone had a shocking game. That back four, that back line, I mean, it's just like four clowns at the back. I mean, there was a time when we got the ball and it was just like Winks, Sissoko, back to Sanchez, to Dyer, to Davies. And you're thinking, those players, wow, we've fallen. Wow, how we have fallen looking at those players on the ball. No technical ability whatsoever. I mean, just clowns. And then obviously offering nothing really going forward. It didn't really look like we were going to hurt them the whole game. Apart from like the very last couple of minutes, I suppose, where we just had to throw the whole kitchen sink at them. I mean, they're not even that good, really. They're not even that good. And we just had to hold on. We could have, we could have just lost 1-0 and got through. I mean, it's just, I mean, this is just a cathartic release. This isn't really, I'm not really analysing the game here. I mean, it's just frustration and disappointment, and also that feeling of just like, I kind of saw it coming as well. That's the thing. I mean, if you're looking at this season, the energy levels have been bad. The way they're showing up, the way they're turning up for these games, they're not really playing for the badge. They're not really playing for the manager either. Apart from the last time I saw a little bit of something was the West Brom game, but it's West Brom. Before that, I thought that the Everton game, we really showed up and we looked like we played with heart. But apart from that, you're having to go all the way back, I think, to the first half against West Ham where we were showing something, and bar the odd, little moment here and there, I think that we've just lacked total spirit, total heart this season. We do have, admittedly, we've got a lot of clowns in the team, but on paper, if you look at that team on paper, we've still got apparently world-class players everywhere. We've still got Kane, world-class, some people would say. Son, world-class, some people would say. Ndombele, people say he's world-class as well. Højbjerg is meant to be like a top-quality signing, maybe the best signing of the Premiership this season. Then you're talking Reguilon, then you're talking Toby, and then you're talking Lloris. This spine is meant to be top class. If it's not world-class, it's top class. And so this team, I would say on paper, should be finishing, if it's fulfilling its potential with the star players, I think it should still be finishing third or fourth. So for us to be sort of languishing down in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and only beating the teams in the lower half of the table, not beating any teams in the top half of the table, you've got to say that something is not going right at the moment. And I know at the beginning part of the season, when we were losing games, a lot of people were just going, no, we're fine. There's no structural issues whatsoever. It's just the individual errors. And yeah, you can say every goal is an individual error. But I think now we're all learning that there is a structural issue with the team, and the manager isn't getting things right. There is a sort of an issue where the players aren't playing for Mourinho anymore, and I think that's kind of, you've seen a little bit of that, in waves over the last 6 months. But it's just absolute crap now. But of course, what's going to happen is we'll probably beat Aston Villa comfortably. We'll probably maybe even get some points over the next few games, and everyone will be saying, "Oh, I never doubted Jose." And our just fickle fan base as well. That really irritates me. They're just absolutely jumping on the bandwagon when we're win a couple games, and then we lose like tonight, and everyone wants Jose out, which I don't, by the way. I actually still think you need to give him to the end of the season, and maybe even give him a transfer window, and then judge it on that. Then personally, but I did also say this time last year in a prediction show with Sim, I said he'll get sacked within 12 months to 18 months. I actually said if I had to put a figure on it, I'd say 18 months. So to me, that is still probably going to happen. I still don't think Mourinho's the man, even if he gets the defenders in, even if he got 2 quality centre backs in. I still don't think that would change anything, because just the whole way the team's playing, the team are sluggish. They're not looking sharp. They're playing to about 70-80% of their potential. They're not playing with any heart or spirit. That's the problem at the moment. And I don't know whether Levy's going to look at that or not. But I mean, I don't believe in knee-jerk decisions. I still think that play the next few games, and you never know. We could end up going on a little run and challenging for top 4. And who knows, we could pull a rabbit out of the hat and beat Man City. But let's be honest, I can't see how that's going to happen, because, I mean, Jose's meant to be the masterclass tactician. He's meant to be one of, if not the best manager in the world. Yet here's a game tonight where all we had to do was not concede 2 goals, maybe just score 1 goal, and he couldn't come through that game. You can blame the lineup. You can blame that. But to me, it's more than just the lineup. It's just the whole ethos at the club, the whole philosophy, just the way they're playing. It's gone. It's gone. But he might get into their heads. We might show up against Villa. We might get the 3 points there, and then, of course, it doesn't look so bad again. But I think overall this season we are underachieving. Jose Mourinho is underachieving. We should be really flirting properly with 4th. Maybe even a little bit better than that, I think, with the players that we've got. But we're well away from that. So yeah, I mean, out of Europa, out of FA Cup, we've got a League Cup final with Man City, which is all we've got to play for. So at least we can go into that and just treat it like a World Cup final. Absolutely throw everything at that. And, you never know. We might catch Man City on an off day, if they have an off day. I'm not sure they do have any off days, do they? So anyway, I wish I could say something more positive, but I mean, there's nothing positive to say at this point in time. That performance was dreadful. That was probably the worst performance I've seen all season. There's been some shockers this season, but that was probably the worst for me. Not one player played well, I would say. Not one player played well. Everything about that was just absolutely shocking. And that's it, guys.